Greetings. Today I want to speak to you on the subject of money. And I would like to say to you that you have to or you must love money to get money and to attract money. And I'm going to give you the reason why. Okay. Now, most people only know money on one level, which is the physical, tangible level. When it comes to the non-physical and intangible level, most people have no clue whatsoever. And that is why so many people remain in a mindset of lack and limitation. And I see it very important to do this video because of the society I live in and where I born and grew up, and how the people were raised to have a colonial mentality, and most of all a religious and superstitious mentality, and basically living their life in mental slavery, having the wrong concept of themselves and the wrong concept of money. And the main reason for that is because their belief system, whereby they were taught the Bible exoterically, they were taught to believe that money is evil and that the love of money is the root of all evil. Also, they never understand anything concerning energy, vibration, and frequency. As a matter of fact, they doesn't even know that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. And if I go even deeper, they have no concept of the law of mentalism. So it's really embarrassing to see people can be so deep asleep and do not even know how the mind works. Therefore, they will never know their true currency, their true economy, because the real money is your thought frequency. Because poverty and prosperity, it all have to do with your mentality. It's all mental. It's all psychological. That is why if you understand this simple quote in the Bible that says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. You see, many people do not realize the heart is speaking of the subconscious mind. The heart is speaking of a place where you are limitless. The heart is speaking from a divine place where you have infinite power that you can use to achieve your every desire. And that is why the esoteric teaching of the Bible have been kept from certain people in terms of the masses. It's been kept from the masses. Okay, the masses was given the exoteric, and those who wanted to keep you in a perpetual state of mental slavery, they keep the esoteric understanding and they keep you looking outwardly for a Lord and Master, a Savior outside of yourself. But I'm saying to you that the Savior is within you. Therefore, you are money, and money is you. Because money is energy. And you are energy. You're actually a mass of energy. And energy cannot be created or destroyed, but energy can be transmuted. So if you actually train your mind to be positive and to be optimistic, and you cultivate a mind of success, and you use repetition because you understand that everything governed by law and order, and because you know that the universe is governed by certain laws, and all of humanity governed by these immutable laws also, and you want to train your mind to be in alignment with these laws to attract success in your life, then you would be willing to unlearn, relearn, and reprogram your subconscious mind. So when I say repetitively, I'm talking about you doing it as a form of discipline, because you have to have self-discipline and self-mastery to really reprogram your subconscious mind to break all form of mental slavery. So my brother, my sisters, you can attract as much money as possible in your life because you have the power of imagery. You are a mental projector. You see, everything that is within is being projected without. So your brain is a great mental projector. And so everyone is projecting what is happening within and the outside. So when people watch the news and they watch the television and they get programmed and they allow that kind of distraction to defeat them, and they speak a defeating language and they act in a defeated way, and so they go to bed unconscious and they wake up unconscious. And to cut a long story short, just look at 2020 to 2022. Just read between the lines what I'm trying to say to you, and you will see how the masses have been influenced and people were afraid. They were so afraid to lose certain things. Many people are afraid they're going to lose their home, they're going to lose jobs, they're going to lose everything. They have mortgages to pay. All of these things they were worrying about. Because why? They have no concept of who they are. Because they would know that money is energy. And they are energy. And there are some people who can say it intellectually. But when it comes to action, it's a different story. But action always speaks louder than words. So my brother, my sisters, take the initiative and start to cultivate more money in your life. Speak money every day in your life. There isn't a day that I don't speak money in my life or speak abundance in my life. You are to live your life being successful. If you think that I'm wrong, just look at nature. Nature will correct you every time. Nature, if you look at nature and you're not winning in life, you should be ashamed. Because it means that you're not in alignment with nature. It doesn't have anything to do with the government. It has to do with the governing of yourself. Because self-government is the real government. And you have to learn to govern yourself. You have to learn to think for yourself. So if your grandmother and if your great-great-grandmother and great-grandfather, if they were idiots, and when I say idiots, I mean they had idiotic beliefs, okay? Then I'm saying to you, you can break it. Because if you believe in epigenetics and you believe things are passed down, you would know that certain things will pass down to you and you have to break it. Because I used to ask myself a lot of questions about my grandmother and so on and my mother and the rest of my family and so on. When I look around and I see what was happening. And it used to hurt me. But I get the answer. And I know there are many families and many generations from now, they're going to suffer because of decisions that certain people make, because they're only living for themselves. They're not living for the next generation. They can't see beyond the nose. They can't see beyond the mouth. As long as I'm living on this planet, I will always remember 2020 to 2022 and what people was willing to do. So my brother, my sisters, I can go on and on and on. I don't want to make this a rant. But I want to say to you, man, you can get as much money as possible if you learn to love and appreciate money. If you get the right understanding about money. If you know that it is your right to have money. It is your right to prosper. It is your right to live lavishly. Every time I look at nature, it keeps convincing me that I was brainwashed in secular Christianity. There was no way in the Bible that tell me I'm supposed to live poor and needy and be beggy. There's no way in the Bible say that I must take my money and give it to another so that the storeroom of God go open up and pour me out a blessing. I try it and I realize I was wrong. But many people are comfortable with their old grandparents' beliefs and teachings that never done any great thing in their life. And while I'm speaking to you here, it's like deep in my mind, I see the entire Caribbean and the people of the Caribbean and how they think and how they act. I see in Africa in my mind, with all of that wealth, yet the people so enslaved, so brainwashed. Everybody want to put on their Sunday best and have a Bible in their hand and do not understand. Because they're interpreting it exoterically. And I'm pointing you to look inward and say it should be interpreted esoterically. It's all about what is taking place within you. Everything is based on energy, vibration, and frequency. Your real identity is your divinity. It's time to take authority over your mind and attract as much money as possible in your life. Not just for you, but remember your generation that comes after. So with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much for listening to me. I want to say to you, if this is the very first time that you're listening to me, what I'm saying, if it makes sense, if it really resonates with you and you have a subscriber already, I definitely want to encourage you to subscribe, to like, to comment, to share this video. Also, if you'd like to follow me on Instagram, or you'd like to follow me on TikTok, you can definitely follow me at BlackMadGuru. Also, I'll definitely encourage you to get my latest book. It's called Spiritual Recipe for Better Living. You see, a lot of people need to get these kind of spiritual recipe to grow and to expand spiritually, because everything in this recipe is pointing to look inwardly. Okay, so I will encourage you to get a copy for yourself and get a copy for a friend, a family member, and just share the love. And remember to give it your honest review. Also, if you'd like to be a part of my Patreon community, you are most welcome, and I have information there for every tire, whether it's $5, $10, $15. But for 20 people donating $20 or more, there's a course that is called The Inner Sun Science and Technology to Create Your Reality Consciously. And along with that is a bonus course on self-concept. And I definitely encourage you to follow your intuition and get that course. Listen to those videos and start working upon yourself. Okay? Also, if you'd like to book up one-on-one with me, you are most welcome. I'll definitely like to chat with you, and we can go deeper down the rabbit hole and learn more about the esoteric and more about the metaphysical. So if you feel strongly led to take that route, you're most welcome. Reach out to me by way of email, and once we come to a decision, we can definitely work together. But just before I leave you, I just want to remind you that if you feel strongly led to support this work, that we have a PayPal, and that the link is always down below. So that being said, my brothers and my sisters, I just want to say peace, love you all, out.